What's up, guys? D-Rock1992 here. For this next video and for my next review, I'm going to be reviewing a film that I was looking forward to seeing in theaters, but never did see. I actually finally did see it about few days ago or so, something like that. And that movie is Mortdecai. It came out this year, January 23rd of this year, so a while back. This movie stars Johnny Depp, Gwyneth Paltrow, Ewan McGregor. Johnny Depp, you know him, he's a big-time star. Pirates of the Caribbean probably is the most known role that he's done. Gwyneth Paltrow, you know her from the Iron Man movies mostly. Ewan McGregor, he was in the Star Wars prequels as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Jeff Goldblum, Paul Bettany, Olivia Munn. Those are pretty much the major characters in the film. So, this movie is about Lord Charlie Mortdecai, played by Johnny Depp. He is an art dealer, and he gets involved in this case of a missing Goya painting. Francisco Goya, he was a painter, a Goya painting. And he's kind of wondering, why do I need to, because of the art dealer that he is, and he's seen a lot of art before. He's like, why do I have to retrieve this Goya painting? Eventually, he discovers that this Goya painting, on the back of it, has codes for a huge fortune of Nazi gold. So this kind of piques his interest a little bit, since Mortdecai is in debt, and, his wife's getting after him, to support her and all that kind of stuff. His wife, Johanna Mortdecai, is played by Gwyneth Paltrow. So, with the help of his faithful manservant, and I'm not kidding when I say this, Paul Bettany plays a guy named Jockstrap. No kidding at all on that one. With the help of Bettany and Ewan McGregor, who plays Inspector Alistair Martland, who kind of recruits Johnny Depp to retrieve the painting. With the help of those people and his wife, Johanna Mortdecai, he has to try to retrieve that painting from the wrong hands, basically. So that's pretty much the plot of this film. I cannot say anything positive about this film. This film was terrible. It was a horrible movie. I mean, it was terrible, horrible, bad beyond belief. There are three big things that really made this movie terrible. The action scenes in this is an action comedy. The action scenes looked like kindergartners could do those scenes. The action scenes were horrible. It looked like little kids could do those scenes. I mean, my grandmother could do those scenes better than what they did in Mortdecai. It was horrible. It was just awful. The comedy, it wasn't funny. It was so unfunny. And then the characterization, Johnny Depp as Mortdecai. Oh, he was so over the top. It was so bad. He was so bad and over the top that he got a little annoying after a while. And he got hilariously bad. I was laughing at his accent and all that because it was so bad. And he said he tried to model it after Jack Sparrow and his character from Pirates of the Caribbean and another character as well, like British eccentrics or something like that. He didn't do a good job at it, to me. Ewan McGregor really wasn't that memorable. He wasn't a character that I'm like, oh my god, he played a great character. He was just there. Gwyneth Paltrow most of the time was just there. And it's disappointing because she was so good in the Iron Man movies with Robert Downey Jr. I mean, they had great chemistry together. The chemistry between Paltrow and Depp, it's definitely pales in comparison to Downey Jr. and Paltrow. It definitely pales in comparison. Probably the best part of this film was Paul Bettany as Jockstrap. He had some kind of memorable lines. Actually, he was okay in the film, but he was nothing special either. When your best character is a supporting character, you may have a problem, depending on the movie. That being said, it was fun to see Gwyneth Paltrow and Olivia Munn in their roles because, let's face it, they're very attractive women. Especially Olivia Munn. I mean, wow, I would have liked to see more of her. And I would have liked to see more of Jeff Goldblum. But Jeff Goldblum's a very talented actor. Olivia Munn's talented as well. I mean, I would have liked to see more of them. They were very underused in the film. The guy who played Spinoza, the villain, Paul Whitehouse, looked like Antonio Banderas' twin. I thought it was Antonio Banderas at first. But it was like, he was like trying to imitate Antonio Banderas. Other than that, I mean, he wasn't really that great anyway. He just wasn't really that great. The other characters are just not worth mentioning because, yeah, they really didn't do much in this film. So overall, this film received a 13% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. I would have given it lower. This movie is awful. Painfully awful, too, because it's like, I expected good things because I'm curious about it. I like Johnny Depp. I've seen a few of his films before. I know how talented the guy can be. It's like, his performance, and I know that in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the 2005 adaptation, he starred as Willy Wonka. Johnny Depp did. And I know he gets mixed reviews for that. I actually thought his performance in that was 10 times better than Mortdecai. My God, it was so much better. Paul Bettany was really the big star of this film. And in this film, you expect Johnny Depp and Gwyneth Paltrow to be the big stars, and they were just there. It just was not good. So, for me here, I'm giving it a half star out of 5. I may be being fair on this movie, too. This movie was really awful, but there were a few chuckle-worthy moments in the film. There were a few of them, but very few and far between. Very few and far between. So yes, a half star out of 5. This movie is a waste of time. It is probably, I haven't seen a lot of Johnny Depp movies. This is probably, however, safely his worst movie ever. So there you go. This was a waste of my time. I'm glad I watched it, but it ended up being a waste. This movie is just awful. The only way you can enjoy this film, I think, is if you're drunk. If you're plastered, and if you can really laugh at the accent then, because you just look at that accent, you just hear that accent from Depp, and it's so cartoonish and over the top. It just doesn't fit the movie. This movie bordered on being a parody of a cartoon or something like that. A Saturday morning cartoon. That's what this movie bordered around. And I don't think this is what the movie wanted to do. I really don't. So yeah. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. this movie is a waste of time. So that is it for my review. D-Rock 1992 out.